Good morning, dear students. Last class we studied about combined gas equation and ideal gas equation. So the combined gas equation is P1 V1 by T1, P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. So this is known as the combined gas equation. And another equation also we have derived, that is from all the gas laws, that is PV equal to nRT. So this equation is known as ideal gas equation. Ideal gas equation, and this is known as combined gas equation. Now, let us derive different forms of ideal gas equation. So, the ideal gas equation is PV equal to nRT, where P is pressure of the gas, V volume of the gas, and number of moles of the gas, T absolute temperature, that is temperature in Kelvin scale, and R is universal gas constant. And also we know the R has different value depending on what are the units taken of pressure and volume, and R is also expressed in terms of energy, that is energy, Kelvin inverse and mole inverse. Okay. Now look here, what are the other forms of ideal gas equation? So you know N equal to number of moles, and how to find out the number of moles? Number of moles equal to weight of the substance divided by its molecular mass. So PV equal to nRT and PV equal to nRT, and N is equal to what is the weight of the substance divided by its molecular mass, and N is equal to weight of the substance divided by molecular mass. So substitute the value of N in this equation. This is equation 1, and substitute the value of N in equation 1. Then we get PV, substituting the value of N, PV is equal to how much? That is W by M into R into T, or PV is equal to W by M into R into T, or suppose you write this, the W by M is another form, and then we can write P equal to, suppose you find out P equal to W RT by M and V. So W by V RT M. So weight of the substance by its volume. So weight by volume, that gives the density. In this way, P equal to density dRT by M. This is also another form, and this is also another form with respect to density. P equal to D, P is equal to dRT by M. And 1, 2, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms are there. Among the 5 terms, if any 4 terms given, then we can determine the another term. So this is equation 2 and this is equation 3. So the molecular mass we can determine from here. If the pressure given, weight, volume given, we can find out the molecular mass W RT by P V, or from here the density given, then we can also find out the molecular mass equal to dRT by molecular mass is equal to dRT by, okay, so M comes here, P comes here, N equal to dRT by. The density given, temperature given, pressure given, you can find out the molecular mass. If weight given, volume given, then also you can find out the molecular mass. So in this way, you can find out what are the relationships. Look here. So this is the, and you can also find out the relations between pressure and density. So pressure is directly proportional to density, and if by increasing pressure, generally density increases. And another relation also you find. So suppose what is the relation between density and temperature? If you write the Pm equal to dRT, and R is the constant, if the pressure and mass is constant, then density is, so dT is there. So this density is inversely proportional to temperature. We can also find from this relation P is directly proportional to density. And another way we can also find D is inversely proportional to temperature. There are different types of relation depending upon the conditions. We can determine what are the different forms of ideal gas equation. Now let us solve some problems on ideal gas equation. Let us solve these problems. So first, 35 ml of oxygen were collected at 6 degrees Celsius and 758 mm pressure. Calculate its volume at NTP. So this question generally represents the combined gas equation. This question based on the combined gas equation. So this is collected at 6 degrees Celsius, 758 mm pressure, and we have to calculate volume at NTP. So for that, so first answer 1. So for answer 1, so given P1 that is equal to 758 mm pressure, and given that is your V1 that is 35 ml, and T1 that is centigrade given, Celsius given. So 6 plus 273 that is 279 Kelvin. For centigrade write down degree Celsius, and for Kelvin no need to write the degree. This 279 Kelvin. Okay, 6 degrees Celsius plus 273 that is 279 Kelvin. And P2 at NTP. So NTP means normal temperature and pressure. So here P2 equal to 760 mm pressure. That is the NTP condition is fixed, and you have to find out what is this volume, and at NTP condition that is 0 degrees Celsius, that is equal to 0 plus 273. Is 273 Kelvin. Okay. Next one. So what is the value of V2? V2. So we know P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. So if you write this, then what is the value of V2? You can write, we know P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. This implies that V2 equal to P1 V1 T2 T1 V1 T2 divided by T1 and T2. Okay, so substitute these values. So V2 equal to P1 that is given 758, V1 35, T2 273 divided by T1 that is T1 279 Kelvin. Okay, so you write down what are the units given. ml, this is ml. Okay, so first solve 279 Kelvin. Then P2 is 760 mm. So just multiply and divide by this, and you will find the value is equal to 34.16. 34.16 ml. So, what is its volume at NTP? At NTP, the volume at NTP is 34.16 ml. So, it is helpful to calculate the molecular mass. So, if you know 34.16 ml is there, and you know 22,400 ml of a gas is what is its weight, that is given to molecular mass. If anyway if the weight is given, then you can find out its molecular mass. Okay. So no need to solve here the molecular mass. Here the question is only for P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2. So V2 equal to the volume of NTP. So in this way you can find out this. Okay. Next come to question number 2. So question number 2 given at 25 degrees Celsius and 760 mm of mercury pressure, a gas occupies 600 ml volume. What will be the pressure at a height where the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius and volume is 630 ml. So here pressure given. In first question it is asked about calculate the volume. In second it is asked about to calculate the pressure. It may be asked to find out the temperature also. Okay. So, answer answer 2 given, that is P1 760 mm of pressure, T1 it is 25 degree Celsius, that is 298 Kelvin, and V1 that is given 600 ml, and P2 that is given, you have to find out T2 10 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius 273 plus 10 that is equal to 283 Kelvin, and V2 given that is 640 ml. Okay, then we have to find out P2. So P2 equal to, again we know P1 V1 by T1 equal to P2 V2 by T2, or P2 equal to P is equal to P1 V1 T2 by T1 and P2. P1 V1 P2 by T1 and P2. So put these values 760, 600 and T2 283 divided by T1 that is 298 Kelvin, 298 Kelvin, 298, and V2 it is given 640. So calculate all these, then you can find out what is the value of V2 that is 676.6 ml. So multiply and divide by this, then you will get the answer. Okay. Next come to question number 3. What is the density of sulfur dioxide gas at 27 degrees Celsius and 2 atmospheric pressure? So here this question is about density is given. Look here. So what are the things given? Atmospheric pressure P is given, 2 atmospheric pressure, and temperature T is given 27 degrees Celsius, that is 27 plus 273 Kelvin, 300 Kelvin, and given what given? The gas is given the sulfur dioxide, and so as it is given sulfur dioxide and question is asked about D, find out density. So from ideal gas equation, one term is PV equal to nRT, and another form of ideal gas equation we also know, that is PM equal to dRT. So N equal to weight by molecular mass. Molecular mass comes here and volume comes here, so that it becomes W by V. PM equal to W by V RT. So W by V equal to D. So in this way, PM equal to dRT. So pressure into molecular mass. And as it is given sulfur dioxide, so M equal to, what is the value of M? M equal to 32 plus 64 to 32 plus 32, that is 64. So gram mole inverse. So M equal to 64 gram mole inverse. 64 gram mole inverse. So substitute all these values, then find out D. So what is D here? D is equal to RT by PM. D is equal to RT. Sorry, D is equal to, so here D is given, PM by RT. D is equal to PM by RT. In this we can calculate the density. So pressure is given, look here. So this implies that, or D equal to PM by RT, or pressure is given 2 atmosphere, molecular mass is 60. So write down the unit better. 2 atmosphere, 64 gram mole inverse divided by R. So as it is given in temperature and atmosphere, and T is given in Kelvin. In this step, substitute the value of R where it is given in atmosphere. That is equal to 0.0821 liter atmosphere Kelvin inverse mole inverse. What are the given? What are the units given? Depending on, you can substitute the value of R. So R value is here 0.0821 liter atmosphere Kelvin inverse mole inverse, and T is given, the temperature is given 300 Kelvin. 300 Kelvin. So in this way, Kelvin unit cancel, and the mole inverse cancel. Atmosphere unit also cancel. So 2 into 64, that is 2 into 64 divided by 0.0821 into 300 gram liter inverse. Only gram liter inverse remain. So multiply this and divide by 0.0821 and 300, and you will find the answer is 5.19. The answer is 5.197 gram liter inverse. 0.197 gram liter inverse. Okay. So what are the units given? What are the units of pressure and volume given? Depending on, you have to substitute the value of R. Next, come to question number 4. The mass of 0.5 dm³ of a gas at a pressure of 1 bar and at a temperature of 300 Kelvin was found to be 4 into 10 power minus 2 gram. Calculate the molar mass of the gas. So here given the W equal to 4.0 10 to the power minus 2 gram, and volume V is given 0.5 dm³ or 0.5 liter. 1 dm³ equal to 1 liter. And given, so this is what's given at a pressure of 1 bar. P is given 1 bar, that is 0.987 atmosphere. At a temperature is given 300 Kelvin. T is equal to 300 Kelvin. Then you have to find out what is the molecular mass, M. So we know you have to find out M. We know Pm equal to W by V RT. DRT or Pm equal to W by V RT, or M equal to WRT by P into V. Okay, so here or M is equal to, so W given 4.0 10 to the power minus 2, and R is given, R you have to substitute, T is given 300. Okay, you have to write down gram, then 300 Kelvin divided by P given, that is 1 bar, and volume V given, that is 0.5 dm³. As in this way given, then how to put the certain value of R? So if the pressure is given in bar and volume is given in dm³ or liter, then R has value 0.083. So its value is 0.083. If it is given atmosphere, then 0.0821. If it is given in bar, then 0.08314 like this. So write down 0.083 bar dm minus cube, or bar liter inverse dm minus cube Kelvin inverse mole inverse. Okay, so Kelvin inverse mole inverse. So this much is the value of R. So the bar unit dm minus cube, Kelvin, all these cancels. Then multiply all this and divide it by 0.5. Easy this calculation. So the molecular mass in this way you find out, that is equal to 2.0 gram mole inverse. So the molecular mass of the gas is found to be 2.0 gram mole inverse, and the gas is hydrogen. So the molecular mass is 2, the gas is hydrogen. Okay, next come to question number 5. Question number. Let's come to question number 5. Density of oxygen at NTP is 16 gram dm2. At too far temperature should it be heated at a constant pressure so that the density becomes 8 gram per dm2. Okay, so here we know Pm equal to dRT. So constant pressure, both are the constant pressure and the same oxygen is given. In this way, M is both these cases is same and P is both these cases same, but the densities are different. So we can write that is Pm and R is the universal gas constant. Pm equal to D1 R T1 and Pm is also for this is the first condition and for second condition Pm equal to P1 M1 D1 RT1 and P2 M2 D2 RT2 as gas is oxygen. So M is same M1, so as gas is oxygen, this implies that M1 equal to M2 and pressure is constant and P is constant. P is also given constant, that means this implies that P1 equal to P2. That means P1 M1, so this implies that P1 M1 equal to P2 M2. So equating these two equations, what we get? We get or D1 RT1 equal to D2 RT2. So R cancels. D1 T1 equal to D2 T2. And what is the answer? To be heated. So T2 and D1 given. That is, what is the value of D1? That is 16 gram dm minus 2 and D2. What is this value given? 8 gram dm minus 2. And T1, what is given? That is NTP. Given NTP, that is 273 Kelvin. Then what is T2? You have to find out T2. Okay? So, T2 equal to, so T2 is equal to how much? That is D1 T1 by D2. 16 into 273 by 8. So same unit is given 8, 16, that is 2, 546 Kelvin. This is 546 Kelvin. So answer is 546 Kelvin. Now let us solve other two problems. Okay. Density of the gas is found to be 1.563 given 1.56 gram dm minus Q. Pressure P is given 0.98 bar. Temperature T given 65 degrees Celsius. 65 plus 273, that is 338 Kelvin, and given calculate the molar mass of the gas. So density, pressure, temperature, and we know from ideal gas equation Pm is equal to dRT or M is dRT by P. Substitute these values or M is equal to 1.56 gram dm minus q into temperature 338 Kelvin. R value 0. Pressure is given in bar. Pressure is given in bar. So in this density given gram dm minus q 0.083 bar dm cube Kelvin inverse mole inverse divided by 0.98 bar. So bar dm minus q dm cube cancels and Kelvin also cancels. So now they multiply all this and divide by 0.98 and you will find the molar mass is 44.66 gram mole inverse. Okay, remaining it is gram and mole inverse. Next come to question number 7. .7 gram of a gas at 25 degrees Celsius occupied the same volume at 0.184 gram of hydrogen at 117 degrees Celsius at the same pressure. What is the molecular mass of the gas? So we know P1 M1 equal to W1 PM RT by W1 RT by V1 RT1 by V1 P1 M1 W1 RT1 by V1 or P1 V1 equal to P1 V1 is equal to W1 RT1 by M1. Similarly P2 V2 W2 RT2 by M2. PM is equal to WRT by V. This is the ideal gas equation. So from that P1 M1 are the universal gas constant. In this we can write P1 M1 W1 R T1 by V1 and P2 V2 W2 R T2 by V2. And it is given W1 3.7 gram, W1 3.7 gram, W2 0.184 gram and given temperature T1 298 Kelvin, same volume, and T2 117 plus 273 390 Kelvin. 390 Kelvin. This one given. What is the molar mass? So temperature is given. M is there. Look here, the same volume. So V1 is same and given the same pressure, but the volume is same, the pressure is same. In this way, P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2. As P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, in this paper we find that is W1 RT1 by M1 is equal to W2 RT2 by M2. R is also cancelled. Then put all these values and given for the molecular mass of the gas. This is for hydrogen. So M1 that is 2 gram mole inverse because that is hydrogen is given. So in this way W1 3.7 and T1 298 divided by 2 equal to W2 and T2 390 by M2, or is okay, W2 is also given, that is 0.184390 into M2, okay, or M2 0.184390 into 2 by 3.7298. So here the answer is, you can find 30.73 gram mole inverse. So calculate this and you can find out. In this way you can solve this type of problem. So now a question arises, why gases obey all these laws? So the gases, to study the behavior of gases, we have to study about the microscopic properties of gases. So for that there is a theory that can be the properties of the gases that can be explained from a theory that is known as the kinetic theory of gases. Kinetic theory of gases. All the gas laws can be explained according to this kinetic gas theory. So what are the different postulates of this theory? First thing, all the gases are consist of very small tiny particles that are called molecules. And the molecules are always in ceaseless motion. Always they move. They never stop. Always they move. And during their movement, they collide with each other as well as they collide with the walls of the container. So there is no force of attraction between, or the force of interaction between the molecules. That means there is no force of attraction between the molecules and molecules. All the molecules are independently moved. And the volume of a gas molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas. So that when this is compressible, so that we can, so that in this way the gases can be easily compressible. One thing, so there are large spaces, other large spaces, so it can compress and the volume can be decreased. So the volume of the gas molecule is negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas, and whenever they collide, at that time the collision is perfectly elastic. That means there is no loss in average kinetic energy, and the total average kinetic energy generally depends on the temperature. With rise in the average kinetic energy is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. With increase in temperature, the kinetic energy also increases. And when the gas molecule strikes the walls of the container, at that time they strike with some force, the force per unit area, that is known as pressure. In this way, the gas molecules exert some pressure. So these are the postulates of kinetic theory of gases. Now note down these points. So note down some points of kinetic theory, that is all gases composed of very large number of small particles called molecules, which are rigid, incompressible in nature and spherical in shape. In any one gas, all the molecules are of the same size and mass, but this differs from gas to gas. The molecules in a gas are in a state of constant rapid motion in all possible directions with different velocities. They travel in a straight line until they collide with each other and with the walls of the vessel. The molecules are so small that the actual volume is negligible as compared to the total volume of the gas, and the collision among the gas molecule is perfectly elastic. That means there is no loss in kinetic energy. However, there may be redistribution of energies among them. So these are some points, and there are also some other points. So some other points are, there is no force of interaction between the molecules. The pressure exerted by the gas is due to the collision of the gas molecule on the walls of the container, so for which pressure is exerted by the gas molecules. And the average kinetic energy of the gas molecule is directly proportional to the absolute temperature. That means with rise in temperature, the molecular speed increases as well as the kinetic energy of the gas molecule increases. And the kinetic gas equation can be represented as PV equal to 1 by 3 mNu square, where P is the pressure of the gas, V volume of the gas, M mass of each molecule, N how many number of molecules are present, and U is known as root mean square velocity. So these are the postulates of kinetic theory of gases, and this postulate explains all the behavior of gases. And so why it explains how the gas laws were obeyed by, why the gas laws are obeyed by gases. Okay, so for today up to this, next we will discuss some other portions of this chapter.